Welcome to Bellwether Wealth's webinar series, Navigate Exit Planning with Confidence. In Season 1, Drive Your Business Like You're Going to Sell It, we're joined by John Fulwider, a business value growth advisor at Gear 80. For today's episode, John will introduce us to this new series.
This free 14-part webinar series shows you how you can free yourself from day-to-day management and double the value of your business. That way, you can successfully sell it when you want, to whom you want, at the price you want, or decide to keep it as a highly profitable asset. All you have to do is drive your business like you're going to sell it. This involves focusing your work on the three dimensions of business growth. 1, creating predictable profit and cash flow growth. 2, creating predictable, sustainable revenue growth. And 3, creating predictable, transferable value. There's a great side effect of focusing on these three dimensions, by the way. Your business gets easier and more fun to run. During this video, I'll give you a free tool that shows you what your business could sell for today. Throughout the series, I'll show you how to use that same tool to double the sale price of your business. And I'll help you think through when and whether to sell your business, because it's possible and pretty cool to exit your business without selling it. I'm aiming for this webinar series to be worth about $14,000 per minute to you. Here's how I'm going to make that work. 4 parts to the webinar series. Part 1 is about growing your profit and cash flow. That's important because profit is what buyers buy when you sell your business. Part 2 is about growing your revenue predictably and sustainably. That's important because buyers want to see revenue going steadily up and to the right. They don't want to see a roller coaster of ups and downs, because roller coasters are only fun at amusement parks. Part 3 is about making your business sellable by increasing its value. That's important because business owners fail to sell their businesses 80% of the time. They've created a business that's valuable to them, but that value isn't transferable to a new owner. Or in other words, the business isn't sellable. Part 3 shows you how to make your business sellable. Part 4 is about your exit options. I'll cover the standard inside options, like selling to your kids, to your management team, or to employees. I'll also cover the standard outside options, like selling to an individual, selling to another company, and selling to private equity. Finally, I'll cover how you can exit day-to-day management of the company without selling it. You can keep your company as a cash-flowing asset and gain the freedom to go after your next goal, like starting a new business or buying an existing one and fixing it up. Throughout the series, you'll be working with data we'll provide about your business. You'll answer a 24-question assessment that will take about 15 minutes to complete. After that, you'll get a couple of things. 1, a rough estimate of what your business could sell for today. And 2, an estimate of how much more you could sell it for after you increase its profit, revenue, and value. This number is often double what you could sell it for today. Here's what the rough estimates will look like. In the center is the price estimate today, and in the upper right is the potential sale price after running the value growth playbook I'll teach you in this webinar series. In this example, there's a $6 million return on investment for running the growth playbook. Divide that by the number of minutes you'll invest watching this webinar series, and that's where I get that $14,000 per minute value estimate that I mentioned earlier. It all revolves around taking the assessment. You've got to know where you are to plot a course to where you want to be. So scan this QR code with your phone to load up the assessment now, or go to tinyurl.com/growth-value-capacity. As you've been exploring selling your business, you've probably heard about due diligence. This is where a potential buyer takes a deep look at every part of your business. It's so long and involved and often painful that people jokingly call it a confrontational colonoscopy. Not fun. Here's what is fun, though. You're going to be ready for due diligence because the 24-question assessment we're giving you is the due diligence checklist. These are 24 questions that potential buyers will ask you about your business. Not only do you get the questions before you take the test, you get a chance to improve your answers before you take the test. Now that's fun. Here's what I mean by improve your answers. You've heard of private equity. They look for successful businesses like yours they can buy today and then sell again in 3 to 7 years for 3 to 5 times what they paid. To get such rapid growth, they run a proven growth playbook. They've done this thousands of times. Back to the assessment that you'll complete. I told you it's the due diligence checklist potential buyers will use to inspect your business. I told you it's fun to know the test questions in advance. This assessment is also the private equity growth playbook checklist. When you run the plays I'll show you in this webinar series, you can PE yourself. That is, you can more aggressively grow your company like a PE firm would while still protecting your non-financial values. The difference is you're still in control. You still own your company, and you get to enjoy all of the increased profit, revenue, and value that come from building a world-class business. Bottom line, working through this assessment can make your business look more attractive to any buyer. You can attract more buyers, get more yeses, and get more money. I'm John Fulwider, and I'll be your guide for this webinar series. I've helped more than 40 business owners grow their profit, revenue, and the value of their business, all while making it easier and more fun to run. My clients have succeeded with many of the major types of business sales, to strategic buyers, to private equity, to the company's management, and to the next generation of family members. And I'm proud to say many of my clients have earned a spot on the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing American businesses multiple years in a row. Finally, I'm a certified exit planning advisor, which means I've got special training on collaborating with other professionals like financial advisors, exit planners, accountants, and attorneys to help business owners successfully reach their finish line. This webinar series is for owners who are experts in running their businesses, but not experts in selling them. Most business owners sell their businesses only once. So for them, it's a high-stakes, complicated project. Throughout the series, we'll focus on 2 business owners, Got Time Greta and Want Out William. Got Time Greta has a successful business generating a nice income for her. She's thinking, I don't want to go anywhere tomorrow, but I'm not sure I want to be required to be here 3 to 5 years from now. Want Out William, on the other hand, is tired. He doesn't have another Great Recession and global pandemic in him. He wants out in a year or less. By the way, if that's how you feel, it's okay to be tired. If you've been in business 20 years, you've survived the Great Recession, the COVID-19 pandemic, and the recent double whammy of rising interest rates and inflation. You've accomplished a lot and should be proud of that. Full disclosure, if you're tired like Want Out William, I am going to gently encourage you to extend your deadline and run some of the plays in the growth playbook I'll be showing you throughout this webinar series. As I said earlier, running these plays makes your business easier and more fun to run. You might just catch your second wind and decide to keep your business. But if you don't, there's plenty here in the series to help you sell your business in a shorter time frame. This webinar series is also for people who care about business owners, like other shareholders in the business, their management teams, and their family members. And finally, it's for all the people business owners care about. I haven't met an owner yet who's thinking about selling their business and is focused only on the sale price. They're rightly concerned about what will happen to their loyal employees after the sale, what will happen to their customers, their suppliers, the community where they're based, and the causes they care about. It'll make a big difference for these people when you learn from this series and take action. You are going to transition out of your business someday. You can make the transition easier for your employees and your family. It's important for them to feel good about and understand your plan. Your family and employees will be much more confident and calm with a plan in hand. Planning for your eventual transition out of the business takes a lot of stress off them and the company, and it's just good business strategy besides. So this webinar series will be 15 to 20 minutes each before Q&A. When signing up, participants are kept completely confidential. After you finish each webinar, a browser tab will open with a 4-question survey. Please respond when you've got suggestions for improvement. Your early suggestions could make a big difference in what we cover as the series progresses. You will get an email from me with the assessment results, and I'm not going to use your email address to spam you. The webinar series is going to be weekly on Wednesdays from 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m., starting on October 16th and ending on January 29th of 25. I'll show the schedule on the slides here, and the best place to reference the schedule is at bellwetherwealth.com/exit planning. Part 1 covers growing your profit and cash flow, because profit is what buyers buy when you sell your business. October 16th is why predictable profit and cash flow matter. On the 23rd, Part 1 of how to increase profit and cash flow, and October 30th, Part 2 of how. Next up in Part 2, we'll focus on growing your revenue predictably and sustainably, because buyers want to see revenue growing steadily up and to the right. November 6th, we'll cover why predictable and sustainable revenue growth matters. On the 13th, we'll talk about how to do that, Part 1. And on November 20th, we'll talk about how to increase revenue predictably and sustainably, Part 2. Part 3 covers making your business sellable by increasing its value to buyers. December 4th is why predictable transferable value matters. And then we move into 2 exceptions to the Wednesday schedule. Those happen in December. On Tuesday, December the 10th, we cover how to increase transferable value, Part 1. And then a week later, on Tuesday, we cover how to increase transferable value, Part 2. Part 4 is all about selecting your exit options, selling to your children, to your management team, to employees, to an individual, to another company, to private equity. We'll cover it all. January 8th is selling to insiders. January 15th is about selling to outsiders. January 22nd is about keeping your company after exiting day-to-day management. And January 29th is our series recap, and we'll give you some options for getting ongoing help with your planning. I'm sure you've heard that selling your business is overwhelming. Getting started now and taking small steps over time is the solution to that overwhelm. That's why we've broken this up in small weekly bites, just 15 to 20 minutes each before Q&A. More important than reducing overwhelm, I'd say, is increasing profit. Getting started now is a highly profitable way to spend your time, because preparing your business for sale means increasing its profit and cash flow, increasing its revenue sustainably, increasing its value, and making it easier and more fun to run. You get to enjoy these benefits every month you still own your business. Want-Out Williams' results will be fewer because he has just a year until sale. Got Time Greta's results could be astonishing because she has 3 years or more. To get started, you've got to know where you're starting from. Here's a reminder to take the assessment. You can snap this QR code with your phone or go to tinyurl.com/growth-value-capacity. Business transitions happen for a lot of reasons, including getting an unsolicited offer to buy your business that's too good to pass up. You can grab the opportunity with a well-established plan that protects your family, your company, your employees, your suppliers, your customers, your community, and causes you care about. All you have to do is drive your business like you're going to sell it. I'm John Fulwider, and I'm looking forward to seeing you inside the webinar series. Bye for now.